Good morning, friends. We have finished the topic on mean, and today we are going to start the topic on mode. Just for the sake of revision, you will remember we did data of three types: the discrete data, the discrete frequency distribution, and the group frequency distribution. Okay, so we'll start with mode. So, first of all, we'll do what we did in the ninth standard. In the ninth standard, we found out mode for discrete data. So let me write some discrete data on the board. I have written some discrete data on the board. The number of wickets, or we can say the wickets taken by a bowler in the matches. So how many matches the bowler has played? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In the 10 matches, the number of wickets he took was 2, 7, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 5. Now what is the definition of mode? Yes, do you remember what is mode? Mode is the data with the highest frequency. Okay, mode is the data with the highest frequency. So if you look in the table and see which is the number occurring a maximum number of times, 2 is occurring 1, 2, 3, 4 times, 7 is occurring 1 time, 3 is occurring 2 times, 4 occur 1 times, 1 is occurring 1 time, and 5 occurs 1 time. So the maximum reading here is 2 with maximum frequency. So the mode of this sum is 2. The mode for this sum is 2. Mode is equal to 2. So again, what we do in discrete data, we just check which data is occurring the maximum number of times, which gives us the mode. Okay, now I will change one figure. I have changed one figure on the board. The ninth reading I have changed from 2 to 3. So now you can see the data 2 also occurs 3 times and data 3 also occurs 3 times. So the frequency of both is equal. So this is multimodal, having two modes. The modes are 2 and 3 because both the reading is occurring how many times? 3 times. Maximum times. So this is a multimodal data. See, in this sum we have a grouped frequency distribution. The example is given in the book, example number 5. A survey conducted on 20 households in a locality by a group of students resulted in the following frequency table for the number of family members in a household. So there are 1, 2, 3. There are 7 families having members between 1 and 3. Okay, and 8 families having the number between 3 and 5. Now I hope you will remember, if the family is having 3 members, then 3 is not included here. 3 is included in this class. Those who are having 5 is included in this class. So you can say the number of families with 1 or 2 members is 7, with 3 or 4 members is 8, from 5 to 6 members are 2. So these are the families given. What we have to find out here is the mode of the data. Now, if you can see, what is the maximum frequency? This is the family size. This is the number of families, the frequency. So 8 families are having 3 to 5. What family size is 3 to 5. So what is the mode? Can I say the mode is 3? Can I say the mode is 5? The class mark of 3 to 5 is how much? 3 plus 5 upon 2, that is 4. Can I say the mode is 4? Yes, the class mark of this highest frequency can be called mode. But I will not say so. Why? What do you observe? That this is the maximum frequency, but this is 7 and this is 2. Means there is a higher side on the top and lower side at the bottom. So the mode might not exactly be 4. So to find the mode, we will now use a formula. Let us see the formula. But we know that the mode, the maximum frequency is 8. So the mode should lie between 3 and 5. So we will call this 3 and 5 as the modal class. Remember what you do first? The first step is to find the modal class. How do you find the modal class? The modal class is the class with the highest amount of frequency. And the formula for the mode is, what is the formula for the mode? Mode is equal to L plus F1 minus F0 upon 2f1 minus f0 minus f2 into h. Okay. Now since we have written this down, let us see what these terms are. What is the L here? What is the L? L is the lower limit of the modal class. L is the lower limit of the modal class. So this is your modal class. What is the lower limit? 3. So your L is the lower limit of the modal class. H is the size of the class. So 3 minus 1 is 2. So H is the size of the class. Now we have got F1, F0 and F2. Let us see what these are. So F1 is the frequency of the modal class. So frequency of the modal class is 8. So F1 is the frequency of the modal class. Okay. So what is F0? F0 is the frequency of the preceding the modal class. So F0 is the frequency preceding, means before the modal class, and F2 is the frequency succeeding the modal class. So this is the formula you need to know for the modal class. So again, we had this number of size of the family. Here the family size and the number of families, the frequencies. We knew the maximum is 8. So we know the mode lies somewhere between 3 and 5, but we do not take the midpoint as 4. Identify the modal class, and we have to learn this formula, apply this formula. The modal class, what you have taken, L, the lower limit, plus, what is this, the percentage, F1 minus F0 upon twice F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. H is what? The size of the class interval. Now let us put down the values and try to get the answer. So mode is L is 3 plus F1 is 8, F0 is 7, 2F1, 8 2s are 16, minus F0, that is 7, minus F2, that is 2, into H, that is 2. So you have 3 plus 8 minus 7 is 1, 16 minus 7 is 9, 9 minus 2 is 7, into 2. So what is 2 by 7? What is 2 by 7? 2 by 7 will give us 0.286. So 2 by 7 is 0.286. So 3 plus 0.286 is 3.286. Now can you see what I was telling you? The middle term between 3 and 5 is 4. So the answer should have been somewhere near 4. But it is not near 4. Why? Because above frequency 7 is greater than the frequency 2. Now if both of this were 7, we will check that later on. But first you follow this sum. This sum got the answer 3.286. Okay, 3.286. I am telling you again, this is the modal class with the highest frequency. So first identify the modal class, put this formula. So the answer should be somewhere between 3 and 5. The middle term is 4. But the answer is not 4 because the frequency on the top is more, frequency at the bottom is less. So the answer should be about before 4, a little lesser than 4, towards the upper side. If this was 9, sorry not 9, this was 7 only, it can be possible. But we'll do just now and you'll get an idea. Okay, so I hope you understood this sum. Now I will continue. I'm going to change this value from 2 to 7 and see what happens. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to change. This was 2 in the book, the original sum. I'm going to make it 7. Why 7 you will see. Now the modal class, the frequency above is also 7, below is also 7. So how our answer changes? Now I get F1 minus F0, that is 8 minus 7 upon 2F1. So 2F1 is 8 2s are 16, minus F0 7, minus F2 I'm also taking 7, and the class length is 2. So what do you get? 3 plus 8 minus 7 is 1. Here 16 minus 7 is 9, 9 minus 7 is 2. And if you cut 2 and 2, 3 plus 1 gives you the answer 4. So this is a small trick to remember. You will get a rough idea what will be your answer. So if the frequency at the top and the bottom is equal, then the answer should be exactly the midpoint of 3 and 5. So we get 4. Now when this was 2, this was 2 and this is 7. So this is much bigger than this. So the answer lies somewhere above 4. If, say, this was 3 and this was 7, then the answer would lie below. So we'll again check that also to see, and you will get a rough idea. So let us check. So check now. What have you got? The F0 is 3. So I'll write F0 minus 3 and 2F1, that is 16, minus F0 3 minus F2 7. 8 minus 3 is 5. 16 minus 3 is 13. 13 minus 7 is 6 into 2. 2 ones are, 2 threes are. So it is 3 plus. What is 5 divided by 3? 5 divided by 3 will be 1.66 something. So the answer is 4.66. Now did you notice the answer? I want you to rewind the video and see it one more time. You have to see this video one more time. What I have done, I have taken the sum as it was in the book first. So this is example number 5, but I have given a variation of the example number 5. First I did the sum as it was, having F1 equal to 8, F0 equal to 7, F2 equal to 2. Then I changed the F0 and F2 I made equal. I got the answer exactly 4. And now I have made the F0 smaller and the F2 bigger, then the answer goes more than 4. So I hope you understand what I am trying to tell you here. Do not get confused. We'll revise one more time. See the video one more time and you will get an idea. First of all, we start the sum again. What are we given? We are given a family size. This is a group frequency distribution. This is a grouped frequency distribution. There are groups. So the family size is given, the frequency is given. So what is the first step you do? You find out the model class. How do you find out the model class? See the greatest frequency, the maximum frequency. The maximum frequency will give you the model class. Okay? Then the frequency above the model class is F0. The frequency succeeding the model class is F2. And this is the formula you have to remember. Mod is equal to L. L is the lower class limit plus F1, frequency of the model class, minus F0, frequency of the class preceding the model class, upon 2F1 minus F0 and F2, frequency succeeding the middle class. And H is the class size. Okay? Now what were the variations I told you? The model class is 8. So what is the class mark of 3 to 5? What comes between 3 to 5? The class mark xi we did last time. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So the class mark we can say is 4. Okay? That is 4. Now if F0 and F2 are equal, say both are 3 or both are 7 or both are 4. When these two are equal, your answer should be equal to 4 exactly. Now if this is smaller than this, the answer should be more than 4, because you see it always goes to the bigger side. So this is 3 and this is 7. So the answer should be more than 4. We got 4.66. When this was 7 and this was 2, this was bigger. So we had answer less than 4. We had 3.286. So just by looking at the sum, you will get a rough idea what the answer will be. This will help you in finding your answers. Let us try one more sum. Now what is very important here you have to see, in this formula of mode you are using L. In the formula for mode, L is the lower limit of the modal class. Yes, in this formula remember we are using L is the lower limit of the modal class. Now why this is important here, whenever you have to use L in a formula, whether you have to use the lower limit or the upper limit, remember whenever you are using the lower limit or upper limit in the formula L, we are using it for mode, we will also use in the median. At that time you have to be very careful whether the class is a continuous class or a discontinuous class. Whenever you are going to use L in the formula, this is the lower limit of the modal class, or in the median, lower limit of the median class. Remember, whenever you use L, first check whether it is continuous or discontinuous. 10 to 25, 25 to 40, there is no jump. The 25 is continuous. So this is a continuous class. You can use L directly. In the sums which it is not continuous, you have to make it into continuous form. We have done the formula before. To do in the continuous, what do? You subtract the lower limit of the class minus the upper limit of the preceding class, subtract it and divide by 2, and you will get your adjustment factor. We will do that type of sum also. This time we don't have the sum, but I am telling you to remember, whenever you use L in a formula, L is the lower limit of the model class. So first check whether it is a continuous form or a discontinuous form. Okay. So now we are going to do this sum. First thing we'll see is to find out the model class. So which is the maximum frequency here? It is 7. So 7 is our model class. So I just box it up so I can know is the model class. Now if 40 to 55 is my model class, then F1 is 7 according to formula, F0 is 3, the one preceding, and F2 is 6, the one below. Yes? Now since I got everything, and what is H here? H is 25 minus 10, that is 50. So now we can proceed with the sum, put the values. L is 40. Now because it is continuous, I can directly take 40. I told you again, if it is discontinuous, first you have to put the adjustment factor and then take L. Here it is continuous, we directly write 40 plus F1 7, F0 3 upon 2 into F1. 7 2s are 14 minus 3 minus 6 into H 25 minus 10 50. So we have 40 plus 7 minus 3 is 4, 14 minus 3 is 11, 11 minus 6 is 5. So we have 15 here, 5 ones are, 5 threes are. 4 threes is how much? 12. So 40 plus 12 is 52. So we are getting our mode as 52 in this sum. Yes? Now, what I was telling you, again let us check this. This is our model class 7. So look at 40 and 55. What is the midpoint of 40 and 55? 40 plus 55 is 95. 95 upon 2 is 47.5. So exactly in the middle is 47.5. Okay, remember 47.5. I'll write for you here the middle class. You don't need in the answer, just for the sake of it is 47.5. Now see, this is 3 and this is 6. Which is bigger? The 6 is bigger. Because the 6 is bigger, our answer will be more than 47.5. And we have the answer 52, which is more than 47.5. So roughly I knew that because this is bigger and this is smaller, my answer should be towards the greater side. So it should be more than 47.5. So 52 is the answer that I have here. Okay? Example in the book, in that sum which we had done, we had got the mean as 62. But the mode we are getting is 52. These are the measures of central tendency. We have got mode, median and mean. We have done the mean and we are doing the mode right now. And the mean we had was 62. The mode we have is 52. So this is the topic of the day, how to find the mode. For discrete data and for discrete frequency distribution, mode is the highest frequency. Yes, the data having the highest frequency is called the mode. But for group data, you have to use this formula and find the mode. And again remember, I keep repeating, whenever you use L, check whether this is in continuous form or discontinuous form. We'll do one more example so you can get very thorough with this type of sums. Now let us take one sum from the exercise. Okay, let us do one sum from the exercise and find out the mode. This is the first sum of exercise 14.2. The following table shows the ages of the patients admitted in a hospital during a year. You are given the groups and the frequency. You have to find the mode and the mean of the data. You have to find both the mode and the mean and compare the data. Here I am going to find the mode for you. I am going to leave the finding the mean to you. I am going to find the mode for you. You will find the mean and compare the data. Okay? So let us begin with the sum. What is the first step of the sum you should know? Find the model class. So which class has got the highest frequency? The highest frequency, the model class is 23 is the highest frequency. So 35 to 45 is our model class. Yes, the first step. Now 5 to 15, 15 to 25, 25 to 35, this is a continuous form, so we do not make any changes. Now we'll find out, identify F1 is 23, F0 is 21, F2 is 14, and H is 15 minus 5, that is 10. Okay, now what I told you, first find the, just for the sake of simplicity, let us do something mental. What is the midpoint of 35 and 45? 35 plus 45 is 80, 80 divided by 2 is 40. So the midpoint of the model class is 40. Okay, now you see 21 is bigger than 14 on the lower side, so our mode should be less than 40. Whatever answer we get, that answer should be less than 40, because 40 is the midpoint of our model class, exactly 40, and F0 is bigger than F2, so our answer should be on the lower side, so we should have the answer of mode less than 40. So now let us apply the formula. Come on, you repeat the formula with me. Mode is equal to L plus F1 minus F0 upon 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. Do it. How much is your L? The L is 35 plus F1 23 minus F0 21 upon 23 2s are, 2F1 is 23 2s are 46 minus F0 21 minus F2 14 into H 15 minus 5 10. So we have 35 plus 23 minus 21 is 2, 46 minus 21 is 25, 25 minus 14 is 11 into 10. So what do you get? You will get 35 plus 2 by 11 into 10. So what we have got? 2 tens are 20, 20 divided by 11. So you do the division, 20 divided by 11 is almost 1.18. So we have 35 plus 1.18 gives us 36.18. Like I told you, our answer will be less than 40. So our answer is less than 40. Our answer is 36.18. Now what you have to do is find out the mean. Okay, and then you have to compare the mode with the mean. So we are ending here today. We did a new formula today. Now what you need to do is keep on revising the formula one after the other. Whatever formula we have done, keep on revising. Once you know the formula well, you only have to put down the values and get the answers. So this is really very easy. If you want, we can do one more sum. Yes, we will shift to sum number 3 now. Let us do one more sum. Put the third sum on the board now. Let us find the mode. So first thing, let us find the model class. As you can see, 1000 to 1500, 1500 to 2000, it's a continuous class. So we do not make any changes at all. Let us find the model class. The model class is 30 with the highest frequency. So F1 is 30, F0 is 28, F2 is 22, and 1500 minus 1000, our H is 500. Okay, so now the simplest thing to do is again mode equal to the formula L plus F1 minus F0 upon 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. Now I want you to start working. I'll wait for some time, then you can compare the steps with me, but you can go a little ahead of me now. Okay, try to go a little ahead of me, start putting the values down, start the calculation, get your answer. I am going to wait for you for some time. Put down the value of L, F1, F0, 2F1, F0, F2. Come on, carry on. Did you get your answer 3100? Then that is the correct answer. Okay, the answer is 3100. I hope you all got the answer. So here we are done with mode, and I hope you are clear with the formula also. Learn the formula, revise the formula, and remember the basic steps. Let us revise the basic steps one more time. First, check whether the data is continuous or non-continuous, and find out the model class. Okay, how you find the model class? The one with the maximum frequency is your model class. The frequency of the model class is f1. The one preceding the model class is f0. The one succeeding the model class is f2. And the h is the class size. 1500 minus 1000 is 500. The formula is L plus f1 minus f0 upon 2f1 minus f0 minus f2 into h. Put down the values and get the answer. So this is quite easy for you. I hope you have understood it very well. What I leave for the homework is exercise 14.2. Okay, do that exercise and then send the sums to me. If you have finished the 14.1 also, then you can send me the pictures of all the sums. Okay, and this exercise 14.2, finish it and then send me. If any doubt, you can always send me and I will solve the doubt for you in the next lecture. I hope you are following this. This is quite an easy chapter. So I am very happy that you are doing it very well. Yes, even in the time of lockdown, you people are very determined, you are working very hard, and I am feeling very happy and satisfied with all the support that you are giving me. Thank you very much.